We've talked about how I have Alpines. Well, I have a second breed. I only have one of the second breed so far, but I have his females picked out. They just don't get here until the beginning of May. I also have Nigerians. Say hello, Flynn. This was a last minute decision because I needed to separate Miko from his ladies whenever he was getting bigger. They were about 3.5 months old. And I was like, well, I don't need any oopses this early because I don't want to mess up my girls. So I found him a buddy. And I didn't just get a wether to put with him. I decided that I would get some Nigerians. And along comes Flynn. So he is down from southern Indiana. His registered name is Big Blue Acres Flynn Rider. And I don't know why. Flynn just seemed like a perfect name for him. He's pretty stubborn, which fit with how the character in Disney's personality was. He was stubborn. He was, you know, kind of all about himself until he found Rapunzel. But he's adorable. He is a broken Chamosé and being really stubborn. He's got little frosted ears and he was just super, super cute. Now, he is a June baby, so he's still kind of small. I don't think you're going to get much bigger though. And so he won't be a year old until the end of this year, which is fine because I pick up his girlfriends in May. And so by the time breeding season comes around this fall, I think depending on their size and how they are, if they're ready to breed, one's a January baby and one was just born, February 28th. So they're kind of early in the year babies. So I'm hoping that with the bloodline that they come from and their width that they'll be ready to breed so I can have some babies on the ground out of him by next year. But he will definitely get to some shows. And funny enough, for him being a goat, he has got hair like a woolly mammoth. So I cannot wait to get him shaved to really get a good glimpse at his structure. He comes from a pretty decent bloodline. His mom's teat placement could be better on her udder, but the breeder I got her from did say that she placed up there at the national show last year. And I have pictures of her. His mom's covered in moon spots. So I'm hoping that I can find a moon spot on him somewhere. When I got him, it was August, so there was no point in shaving him off last year because I didn't want him to be cold. Up here, it gets pretty cold in the wintertime, so I just left him be. And so I haven't really inspected him to see if there's any moon spots. There's none that are obvious, but it'll be interesting to see. I do believe the one doe I have picked out does have a moon spot on her butt. So it'll be fun. He was dehorned, so he is not polled, and I don't believe either of the does I have are polled. But one day there will be a blue-eyed polled Nigerian. That's the dream. But yeah, no, I figured I would get some Nigerians. They're actually my mom's breed that she likes, and Alpines are mine. And so I kind of compromised, and we got them both since she let me get goats a little early. He is naturally posing himself, and he looks incredible right now. So I got him because he had the right structure, and his mom had a pretty decent udder. I was kind of struggling to find some really quality Nigerians. I watch a lot of blue cactus dairy goats, and I hope to one day be able to meet them at the national show. But, you know, they kind of helped me fall in love with Nigerians. I haven't been around them a whole lot. And from watching their videos and hearing about their personalities and seeing them in a whole new light where they can be really nice dairy animals, I was like, okay, I got this. We're going to find some good ones and we're going to pull together and let's see what we can make. And so I found him, and I thought that he'd be a pretty good start for a buck. I'll know more once I get him shaved this year and see his structure and get him into some show rings at the buck classes. And I found a really nice farm thanks to my friend in Ohio who has Alpines. She suggested this farm to me, and I checked them out, and I just found some does I absolutely fell in love with. And the does, which we'll cover them whenever they actually get here in May, I can't wait to see them. but they come from lines where both of their dams, they have different moms, different dads, but both of their dams are producing over 1,000 pounds of milk in a lactation period. And so I'm excited to get them here. I'm excited to get the ball rolling on them. I feel like the trio I have pulled together will make really nice babies that I can, either improve upon or do really well with, and just kind of see where everything's going to go. That's kind of what this year is going to be. It's going to be the year to see what needs to be improved on, where I need to go, what I need to work on. Definitely need to work on my posing skills because I'm way out of practice, but I'll put some pictures in here of his dam. I like her structure. And when I saw her in person, she's like the perfect size. She's definitely not oversized. She's really pretty. And I liked her udder. I liked her udder attachment. I just feel like her teat placement could have been a tiny bit better. But she was a pretty solid all-around doe. Maybe a little bit bigger brisket on her, but she's pretty nice. And his dad was really pretty too. He makes some really nice babies. I saw a half-sister of his that got posted for sale last year, and she had really nice structure too. So it wasn't just a fluke. I got lucky to get Flynn because unfortunately his brother, whom the breeder was going to keep, passed away. And it happened very shortly after I said, hey, I kind of want him. And she didn't have me put any deposit down. She just had me come down and pick him up. And so I felt lucky to still be able to get him, because losing a sibling that you were planning to keep and still having one that was there that was incredibly really nice, I just feel lucky to have him.